So K Michelle got an interview, and it's titled "I Don't Think Men Are Good People," and I'm about to react to this shit. People be saying some bullshit, but we gonna go. We gonna watch it. We gonna watch it.
You know, in a relationship.
So I basically fast forwarded to the part. I didn't watch the whole thing. He's talking about people traumas, and he asks us this question:
What each other's trauma is, so that you really know the person.
Yeah.
What's K Michelle's trauma?
Men.
Wow.
So not your own choices in men, not your own choices in men, not the men you allowed to date, but just men. Okay, all
The
right.
center, I once said, what was the center, like, of my pain, of my life? I didn't have anybody, knock on wood, no one close to me die or anything like that. Everything that I've gone through has been because of lack of self-esteem and men being in the middle.
Keyword self-esteem. Keyword self-esteem. Self. Keyword self-esteem. Okay. Let's continue.
What do you mean? Like, explain that. Like,
I don't think men are good people.
Wait, you think that now? All men?
I don't think they're good people.
Why not?
Listen.
The reason for that, and I truly believe that, the reason for that is, like, for men to do things that they consider small in the flesh of, like, cheating. You know that that's going to destroy your partner, but you do it.
Both parties can cheat, not just men. Sorry to break it to you. Both parties can cheat, not just men. Sorry to break it to you, K. Michelle.
Anyway, that's not a mistake. We've
Cheating is not a mistake. I agree with her.
watched the same story over and over again.
Yeah.
And just because I'm a woman,
Just because you're a woman, what?
I'm supposed to accept your betrayal.
Right.
No. I don't understand why society puts that on women. They have to accept the fact that the man cheats. I don't agree with that. That is malarkey. That's bullshit. But go ahead.
Because you're taking advantage of my love for you, and I'm supposed to just be the one behind you riding or dying. I'm not dying with nobody.
I think morally that's just wrong. It's not a man thing. And that's the crazy part, because I feel like patriarchy has women not understanding that it is cons to it. And as a man, you will always be responsible for your relationship ending. As a man, to society, the woman itself, as a man, you will always be the responsible for the one cheating. And she can cheat, and you never tell a story. The relationship ended because the man cheated in everybody's head. What's good, Nia?
And to see girls come up to me, I'm the girl they come up to all day long crying. They tell me the most disgusting of stories that I couldn't even believe. And a lot of times men, the wrong man, will stunt your growth as a woman.
Okay.
Women could be doctors, lawyers, and everything, but they in the bed crying over what a man did to them.
So
Hold on. Hold on. Men are doctors. Men are lawyers too. This is I agree with everything she's saying. It's just the narrative that is just men. That's what bothers me. That's the part that bothers me.
how is that raising a man then? Because you have a son who's turning 16.
That's why I don't want to raise another one. Like.
Hold on. You don't want to raise a black man to teach him to do the opposite of the traumas that you face. So that means you're not doing your due diligence for the black community as well. So you just as bad as the men that treated you bad, because you in your head you don't even want to raise a man. How does that work? See, we can't keep talking about problems and not offering solutions. Like I'm really like getting frustrated with this. Yeah, we gonna talk shit about men, but it's no productive conversation. And this just could be because I'm in therapy. So I don't want to have conversations that's not productive, but that can't be the solution for everything, bro. You holding us accountable. Okay, the man takes accountability if they do. Then what's next? Back to the video.
I'm struggling. He has took off with a white girl.
Wait.
And
I should be done. Hold on, my nigga. She ain't just say that. She ain't just say that. Not on Soulja Boy internet. Let's rewind. Maybe my ears is bugging. Maybe I could be. I haven't smoked weed since 2012. I could be bugging right now. Hold on.
Raising a man then, because you have a son who's turning 16.
That's why I don't want to raise another one. I'm struggling. He has took off with a white girl.
Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm thinking about to wrap up this stream. What we talking about? And you're not even saying that, like, nigga didn't even, like, if he was with a black girl, you would have said he's with a black girl. You said took off, and took off, my head, sound like some slavery shit. So you know it's wrong. So this is the issue. The trauma that you face and probably how you spoke in the household about men probably reflected into your children, because children are sponges to what goes on in their household, whether you tried to hide it or not. And it can force them to have a dating preference that can be opposite. You spoke so, I mean, I said you spoke so when he heard you, when your son probably heard you complaining about black men, it's like, yo, why mommy never thinks she wrong? He probably in my head like, yo, this is a lot of trauma to deal with as a mother. So like maybe I'll get a white girl and it'd be better. And I think the interview is over, but for the sake of the content, we're gonna continue to watch. He took off with a white girl. Why is that? You know, some people grow up in neighborhoods, and depending on your demographic, you could be attracted to white people. But in my assessment of hearing why black people date white people, is always trauma. It's never like, yo, I'm genuinely into white people. It's always, the black men or the black women, they treated me wrong, and I'm getting treated better. So it's like you need to even heal from that before, like, y'all date white people because of trauma. Whatever. Okay, let's continue the show.
As pro-black as we are.
Rewind. What you mean he's taking off with a white girl?
I get a phone call from my mama like, yeah, Chase said he could go on this date with some white girl. I said, okay, we got unity. It's all good.
Right.
But I didn't tell him he could go anywhere. But he ran out the house, went there, went on his date. You know, I'm just trying to tell him, wrap it up. Just be like, you a black person, a black male. You my son, but out there you a black male. They don't
that's
care.
real.
And
That's putting it lightly.
Right.
They don't care nothing about you. You around here with these hoodies and these dreads and stuff, and you know you a straight A student. They don't know that.
Yeah, they
You
just
know?
see a black man.
It's hard to raise a man. Like
So-
it really is hard, because I see a lot of women fail their sons because I dated them. So I don't want nobody look at me and say, who raised that boy? Like, I don't want that.
So
It
you don't
look
have an
like you
issue with
raised
him
them.
dating a young white girl. You have an issue with the complications that may come with it.
Yeah, because I'm sorry. My daddy's a Black history professor.
Right.
So you
So-
know, you real woke.
Yeah, I used to work at the Civil Rights Museum as a child. They wouldn't let me go work for nobody and have a regular job. So I slept in the Civil Rights Museum when Martin Luther King was killed. I slept there several nights. My
This is
daddy
my
did
issue.
not play
This
that.
is my issue with this statement. This is my issue with this statement. This is my issue with this statement. Knowing the history of black people, and this is my issue with this statement. Knowing the history of black people, knowing where we come from, knowing what happened in the past. You don't think it's systems that are put in place to separate black men and black women? Knowing the history of America, you saying that your father is a history teacher, you don't think it's systems put in place to separate black men and black women? So you can understand why black men, I'm not taking away accountability, because some things are choices by black men. You don't understand that you don't understand why black men act the way they act. You don't understand the division. Why do you contribute to the division of black people if you know the history? The issue with people in today and their dating is that they're attracted to the fucking bad boys, and they're attracted to the black people that are into hip hop in urban areas in the hood, and you know our story and you attract, that's your type. Maybe your type needs to change. Like, dead eye serious, bro. Like, I can't keep coming going. That's why I don't really complain about black women being ratchet and shit like that, because I know where we come from. I know that the lack of education. I know that the systems that we put in have us talking Ebonics. I know that black people are creative. We take languages and make it a thing. We made the N-word very a common word that we use. It's entitled endearment. I know the history of black people. So therefore, I've had situations where I've had horrible dating experiences with black women, but I do not hate. I do not show hate. I don't really get on black women about shit because I know the history. This is my thing, and y'all be using y'all platform and saying crazy stuff like this. That's why I don't respect it. And from a more perspective, which means you were more advanced because your dad was a history teacher, you still saying men ain't like, that's, at this point, you should be held accountable because it's your choice in the men that you choose. I get if you was naive and you never heard the history or you learned it in high school, you was a step ahead. She has no reason. Like, come on, son. That's crazy.
About our history and about you doing stuff for your people. That's what my father is. He still got his afro. He ain't never, it didn't take Beyonce to bring him back to Black Girl Magic and Black Magic.
He was already on it.
He already
He
had
was
it.
already on it.
So then you have an example of a black man then who
Yeah,
Perfect point.
but, I have an example of how men should be.
Yeah.
Because I saw my grandfather raise 8 kids when my grandmama passed.
This my thing. Y'all be looking for, like, when y'all date, y'all be looking for, like, your parents in the dating room. You want somebody to be your father. Niggas, black men are no longer there. Those are traditional men, and black men are still traditional if they do have financial stability. That black man is from a different space where men were different. So my thing is, you're dating, you're never going to be happy because you're dating and you want to look for somebody that is your father. You're not looking for a significant other, you're looking for a father. And then my thing is, you think when they made your father, they just made one? People got to do better, bro. People got to do
Never
better.
met her.
Right.
I've seen men. So nowadays, that's not the men that I see. They don't have any of it. No heart like that.
No heart like that. Okay, I could see in some instances why that's true. My thing is, are y'all dating black men that watch anime? Are y'all dating black men from Idaho, Oklahoma, Maine? It's different type of black people everywhere, bro. You complaining about the ones that's in the popular states. It's other black men in every... Bro, it's so many black people. It's so many different black people. You got Caribbean black people. You got African Americans. You got fucking Jamaicans. You got fucking Haitians. You got Bajans. You got... It's so many different black people. You cannot say that. Like, the black man, you have not dated every black man that you have encountered and given a chance was a piece of shit.
Like, I went to JJ's
Maybe.
yesterday. I wanted to go to Campbellton.
Yeah.
And they like, "Hey, you finna get it?" Yes, I am. And I went back there with the dudes in the back, and young dude asked me, he said, where your security? Where you at? I said, "Well, sir, how old are you?" I said, "Why are you asking me for the security? You supposed to secure me. You the black man."
Yeah.
Like, why I gotta be...
The sense of entitlement. Because you are a single or popular person, I'm not supposed to protect you. That's an entitlement thing. That's a privilege. I'm not supposed to do that. If I did it, would it be nice? Yes. I'm not supposed to do that. I choose to protect black women. He asked where your security at. You didn't know the intent of the conversation. You didn't know the intent of the conversation. I mean, the intent of the question. That's a privilege, bro. Like, why was your counter argument to a 21-year-old, you supposed to be my security? If niggas get guns blazing, he was supposed to risk his life and die for you? How you gonna tell somebody else son that? Now, I am encouraging black men to protect black women. Yes. But the sense of entitlement that comes out of certain people's mouth, because you're a woman, we supposed to protect you, that should never come out your mouth. It's given. You ain't gotta ask for it. The expectation is like, as a black man, I don't expect nobody to protect me. And that's women shit sometimes. It's sense of entitlement. It's decency. It's human decency to help a black woman. A woman, period. It's a nice gesture. It's not in the job duties. When I was born, it wasn't safe to. That's a choice. That's the thing that's encouraging. That's decency. That's human decency. And that's my thing. Why did you older than a 21-year-old dude? Why is that your counsel? Why is that your response to a simple question? You are my security. He don't get on payroll for you. He not gonna die for you. That's crazy.
Scared around you. You supposed to protect babies and men.
Speak it.
These men ain't protecting nobody.
Why do you think that is?
Cause
I
they
can't say that
mamas ain't
niggas.
raised.
I'm not gonna lie. Black men are wilding because y'all all killing babies, bro. Y'all shooting babies and shit, and I don't respect that shit. And y'all shooting women. I don't respect that shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the crimes that I've been seeing by black men lately is disgusting. I ain't gonna hold you.
and they've seen, it's what they've seen. If you don't know, you don't know. They haven't even seen better, for them to know how to do better. So I'm looking at men and all these men.
But I'm so I don't want to keep stopping it, but you giving the answers to the solution. If we never seen better, we don't know better. So half of it is the environment we grew up in, so we wouldn't know to do better. So that's why we do the things we do and mistreat women. Not saying I'm not caping that for like the accountability thing, but you can understand why it's a source. It's the problem. You name a problem, and then here's the source. Here's the source of the problem. Black men are removed from our home. A lot of our daddies is dead. A lot of our daddies is in jail. A lot of our daddies gone missing. They don't want nothing. They went to the store and never came back. So if I don't have an example, I have to learn as I go. And that's not to not take accountability for the mistreatment. The mistreatment I've done to women. But if I don't have an example, bro, when you in class, you always ask, use an example. Even when they do spelling bees, use it in a sentence. If you don't have an example, what the hell are you gonna follow? But go ahead.
Cheating and bringing down these women. You need them women to uplift you. You giving them AIDS.
True.
You are killing them. Like you
women can give
killing
men
these
AIDS
women
too.
that you need. I just don't like it. I can't do it. So I look at men and I have an anger for them.
You gotta go
I see how they
therapy
make
for that.
women feel. I have a brand new TV show on Lifetime. My first show I'm producing. And it's helping women get silicone out of their body. I'm paying $200,000 a pop, the network, to help these women.
I like that.
And you should hear the stories, all because of a man.
Wow.
All because a teacher, school teacher, she can't even walk. Her husband made her get a bigger butt
Her husband
and left her
Made her.
for a younger woman, and now she hitting me because she don't
cannot
want to
make
die
somebody get a
and got
bigger
a
butt. That's a
child,
choice.
3-year-old child. Like that's how could I possibly, if I'm hearing women coming to me, how could I possibly think that it's better men out there? I don't believe it.
So you believe a lot of the self-esteem?
This is why I believe in intake of other people's problems. And I have friends, but I have a capacity. I'm very secluded to myself, but I have a capacity of people I allow to speak to me and what I allow them to speak to me about and how much. Because when you intake that type of other people's problems, your perception gets skewed by things like this. All the stories I'm hearing, I've heard stories about niggas getting cheated on and stuff like that, but I try not to let it skew my image of black women, and vice versa of black women telling me stories about black men. That's why I agree they need therapy on there, but that's why I agree. I choose not to I have a capacity. You know what I'm saying? So I won't say things like this because it sounds like it's one sided when it's not. It's both people being fucked up to each other. Like getting silicone in your body is a choice. It's a self-esteem issue. It's an insecurity. It's an insecurity of yours. Because the beauty standard on IG and all of this is to have a bigger butt. But the thing is, and then women go and follow the women that they go get the BBLs, not understanding that the woman that got the BBL that's selling you the flat tummy tea is still insecure. She's not gonna tell you that part, and that's why I don't even subscribe to celebrities on Instagram, because they show you the highlights of their life. They don't ever show you the lowlights, and that's what happens, and that's why BBLs is a thing now. Black women feel like they have to be validated, and they say, "Oh, I'm not getting it for men. I'm not getting it for men," but technically you are, because if you're a straight woman, I'm assuming, and you getting a bigger butt, it's to attract men. It might be for self-esteem issues, but women still get it and still feel insecure. It's the attention factor. It's this girl got 100,000 likes. damn, if I had a bigger butt, I get 100,000 likes, and it still don't fill up nothing. Then on top of that, a lot of these women that are getting these BBLs and they're getting surgery and selling to y'all flat tummy tea, and they're not telling you how they got a tummy tuck. So it's false advertisement. We gotta start taking accountability and shit that we engage into as well, like as
issues
humans.
in these women are, and for you even, are coming from men and their perception of what they want us to be as black women.
How we supposed to look. Now they want to date outside the race and
Black
make you
women date
feel
outside
like
their race
that,
too.
like you need some curly hair or you need to do something. You know what I'm saying? It's not
What do you
set
say?
up.
What do you say the men that say, "Well, nobody told you to get implants," and what you went through?
They don't have to say it. It's in your actions. It's in your, ways. It's what I see.
The preference.
It's what you see. So you look at that. If you want that type of dude, or you want that type of, attraction, then you do things like that. Sometimes people do it for themselves. But I did it at first because I already had butt.
Yeah, you
I
already
just
had a
wanted
shame.
some more.
So was there a trigger point? You spoke about the strong male figures that you had in your life. Was there like one point in time as you got older that made you have that self-esteem issue where you wanted to alter your body?
That's a great question. Oh shit, come on, YouTube.
Oh,
What the fuck
terrific.
is wrong with YouTube?
This again. I need to focus.
I think it was the industry. I think it was just, I was entering that business. Like I had got my first record deal. And I said, I'm not going to sign this record deal because I was so insecure I didn't have any boobs. So I was like, I'm not going to sign this record deal until you guys give me boobs and teeth. That's what it started with, I got to be prepared to stand up there next to my favorites.
So that pressure wasn't from the label. That was you.
Yeah, that wasn't them. They paid for it, but they didn't pressure me to do anything. I've never had a body fight with a record label.
So then why did you feel that pressure to do it then? Like,
I just saw it and I thought, because it was the day of the butt. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it came strong.
And I saw it and I wanted it. So I was like, okay, I need this because this is how these successful girls have this.
Yeah.
So this is my shot. So I want to be successful and I want to feel beautiful.
You see what I'm saying?
And I want to be
You see what I'm
ready to
saying?
be the perfect artist.
That's
they help
women.
you. No, I was like in magazines and things and on like People magazine, Sexiest People. Who cares once the magazine is ripped? Like
I gotta be honest, it hurts. I'm a single guy. I'm by myself. I think I'm a good guy. I ain't a perfect guy, but I think I'm good.
You a good guy.
Thank you, Jade. And it hurts me to hear you as a black woman say that you
does
have
hurt.
issues with all men.
Yeah.
Like, what can somebody do to change your perception, or is that something that you feel you just gonna carry the rest of your life?
I think that's God. You can't help that one. God gonna have to come and sit and talk to me. But as far as like dating or try, every day I'm gonna see a woman when I come out of here, and she's gonna cry, or she's gonna say, "Let me tell you what happened to me." So if you are,
But that's the type of I'm done with this. But that's the type of music you make. You make crying music. So if I get on Twitch and I'm talking about like black people issues and people coming, Cory, you told the truth, nigga. That's the type of material I put out. So those are the type of people I'm attract. It's just simple science. I don't get it. I'm done with K Michelle interview. It needs to be a sense of awakeness. Like it is sad hearing it as a black man. I understand her struggle and I'm acknowledging like. Some things are men fault, but it's like some things are self fault. Like the whole teeth and thing, that was your choice. You told the label that because you've seen it on other women. But other than that, like, I guess, I don't know, bro. We good, bro. I'm done okay, Michelle. I don't gotta watch the whole interview, but hopefully she seek therapy.